War. Huh. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it with me, deep divers. War. Huh. Yeah. What is it good for? Even the cat down the road is saying absolutely nothing. Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the mysterious art gallery. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I'm sending you tons of peace. Take that, take that, take that. Deep divers, World War III. I got a message about World War III. I'm going to read it word for word. And they're like this. Ralph, everyone is scared over World War III. Can you make a video about this? It's all I'm seeing everywhere. Should we be afraid of this? Now, deep divers, that was just one message out of 1,000. I've received in the last few days. What on earth is happening on the planet? So much is happening. World War III is happening. That's what the talk is about. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So, first of all, let me just send much healing to everybody in Australia who has been affected by these fires. It seems like the world is on fire, deep divers, with the recent assassination of Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general, by President Trump. A lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is going to start World War III. Okay, there is a lot of uneasiness in the atmosphere. I can feel it. Like something is about to happen. But go and watch my 2020 prediction video. I said something major is going to happen. That's going to change the course of human history. And it's already happening. Now, before I dive into this, all war is bred from the ego. What? Slow motion this side. The Iranian president, Hassan Rouhani, said there will be retaliation. And it seems like humankind have been in war since the dawn of time, because man and woman, they are at war with themselves, and that's why we are seeing so much chaos on the planet. I'm here to tell you, deep divers, have no fear. There is nothing to be afraid of. But I want you to remind yourself that if you do not remember the past, you will be condemned to repeat it. In 1914, the Archduke Franz Ferdinand was with his wife, Sophie. He was the heir to the throne of Austria-Hungary, and he was assassinated by a Bosnian Serb, Gavrilo Princip, and this changed the course of human history, because Austria waged a war on Serbia and Russia waged a war on Austria, and therefore other nations around felt obliged to those nations, and that's what started the First World War. History has a strange way of repeating itself. World War III is not a joke, deep divers. It's not a meme. I see a lot of these memes everywhere, right? But it's not a joke. It just shows how people have become so desensitized on the planet. War is not fun for those who lose their lives in war, for the families affected by it. Should we be afraid of this? No, because whatever you focus on grows. There is no World War III in my reality because I'm not allowing fear to control me. What? Slow motion this side. In this matrix, there are many entities, and I've spoken about this, okay? The Gnostics talked about a group of entities called the Archons, who actually manipulated human beings and used them for energy. Well, that's what's actually happening today. When you are afraid, you are creating food. And that's how you are controlled. So you have to remind yourself, where you place your attention is where you grow your reality. Let me repeat that. Where you place your attention, oh baby, is where you grow your reality. If I'm scared about World War III and I'm thinking about it every single day, it will happen, because whatever you focus on grows. If enough people are in fear, it will happen. Let love guide you, not fear. Now, there are dynamics about war you have to understand, deep divers. Why are wars created in the first place? For resources. It's that simple. Iran has a lot of gold and oil. Wars are created to essentially control the population. Wars produce a lot of profit and heartache. There was a great philosopher, Hegel, who came up with the Hegelian dialectic, which is problem, reaction, solution. Now, what does this mean? It means that the nation state creates a problem, you react to it, then they give you a solution. Let me explain. The war in Iraq. Problem, weapons of mass destruction. Reaction, oh, we've got to go to war. Right? Solution, let's go to war then. It actually went one step further, because it was no problem, reaction, solution, because there weren't actually any weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. But people reacted like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. And the solution was to go to war. So you have to study the Hegelian dialectic, because this is integral in how nation states rule over their population. Now, World War III. What is really going on? As a society, we have become desensitized. People play Battlefield and they play Battleship when people are actually playing that in real life. What? Slow motion this side. I told you, this is not a joke. This is not a meme. chess. I love playing chess, okay? And on the chessboard, you have pawns and then you have the king. The king represents the one in office right now, okay? The pawns are the soldiers, okay? They just want to fight for their country. Once again, all war is bred out of ego and ignorance. John Lennon said, imagine if there's no countries. And that song got banned. Because do you know what that would mean, deep divers, if there was no countries? There would be no one to fight against. What? Slow motion this side. You have to make sure you are vibrating on the love frequency right now. Listen very closely, deep divers. People who wage war don't send their own children to go to war. We are in a time where people think that war is a solution, but it's one war after another war. The game that's being played is one of deception and manipulation. So people will say things like, we have to go to war and God help us win. Which God are you talking about? The God in the Matrix is the God they worship. People kill in the name of God, but did God give them permission to do it? So there is a lot of trickery going on. Should we be scared? No. Your third eye has to be open, that's all. When you can see through the illusion or the Maya, you free yourself. It's not a third world war that's about to happen. Deep divers, from the dawn of time, man-made time, because we are immortal, we have been at war. We are at war with ourselves. We are at war with nature. Look what's happening in Australia. Mother Nature is rebelling. We have to realize that we have to be the change we want to see in the world. Instead of focusing on being afraid a war is about to happen, focus on the kind of world you want for yourself. It's all a distraction. Because once again, when you are in fear, someone is feeding off your fear. When you are happy, they have no food. I wrote this on Twitter, deep divers. I pray for the day that I wake up and I see people clicking on good news more than bad news. Many people have become addicted to fear. A war gives people a reason to live, but not those who know themselves. World War III will happen for those on the low vibration. But for the awakened ones, for the chosen ones, there is no World War III. 7-day vegan challenge, and yes, we're going to talk about it. I embraced the plant-based diet because I realized that when I was consuming animal flesh day after day, not only was I feeling sick, I started to realize that I was downloading all of that pain into my body, therefore inflicting pain on others. People are walking around with pain bodies. Energy can never be destroyed, only transferred. When you consume pain, you will inflict pain on others. That's why a war is coming. Because people are eating pain. They are slaughtering animals. How can you slaughter animals and expect peace on earth? It's not going to happen, because peace, oh baby, begins on your plate. What? Slow motion this side. That's why there is no World War III for me, because I'm already in peace. Peace begins on your plate. Now, deep divers, Shakespeare said the whole world is a stage and we are all actors. It's all an act. And this is what the ancients knew in the mystery schools. This world is the Maya, the illusion. Your politicians are actors. Okay, and they read off a script. A script is part of a film. It's a movie. And you think it's real. It's all a distraction, because the only world that exists is the world within yourself. Stop feeding into fear. Stop feeding into things outside of yourself, and know who you really are. A lot of people love fear porn. Oh, World War III, right? But you have to remind yourself that this is all a play. What did President Trump say? Okay, he said this: Obama is going to wage a war with Iran to get re-elected. Well, that's what he's going to do. And history has a strange way of repeating itself. What? Slow motion this side. Once again, it's all an act. And when you realize, like the great Krishnamurti said, have you ever wondered why we have leaders? Krishnamurti was one of my mentors. He also said this: it is no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. Society has become sick. And that's why there are fires. That's why there are wars looming in the air. We have to heal ourselves, deep divers. Once again, if you want peace in the world, peace has to start within you first. There is a cost of war, an actual cost of war. Did you know, deep divers, that the US has over 800 military bases all around the world, and their annual spending, military spending, was over $1.2 trillion. It's a lot of money. Like Tupac said, right? They've got money for war, but they can't feed the poor. So you have to ask yourself, who is really running the show on planet Earth? How come so much money is invested in war when all of that money could be used to feed the homeless and end world hunger? Because once again, they don't want peace. They want war. But you have to remind yourself, deep divers, when you raise your vibration and frequency from the third dimension and move to the fifth dimension, no war that happens here will affect you, because you have risen past the lower fear vibration. And that's what you got to do. Stop feeding into news stories about this war, because you will help create it. There is nothing to fear at all. Let's look at the word soldier. We're diving deep, deep divers. Soldier actually means soul dyer. Because I told you, English language is a spell language, very advanced language. So a soldier, soul dyer. Many soldiers are innocent. They want to serve and protect their country. But they don't realize they are the pawn on the chessboard. And all pawns get sacrificed for the king. A soldier is the one who sells their soul. The soldier is the one who is a sacrifice. But the kings don't go to war. when they really should. So, with the way things are right now on the planet, make sure you are the change you want to see in the world. You have to take responsibility for your own life to say, actually, what am I doing to contribute to world peace? Because if I'm just reading news stories about this looming war, World War III, it will happen. But if I'm actually spreading awareness, helping people become their greatest versions, you will now shift the collective and peace will be restored. Deep divers, I want to leave you with this. Let love guide you, not fear. And once you realize that, well, you'll just say, "Phil, so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello?" There. Beautiful deep divers. We're just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the wonderful good ass prana shirts at ralphsmart.com/clothes. Got a question for me, deep divers? Add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. And the model search is on. If you are a sexy ass model who loves world peace, DM me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Oh, I love this one, Ralph. Well, check out the new book then, deep divers, for more information like this. Feel Alive by Ralph Smart on Amazon. Let love guide you, not fear. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Peace. Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. War. Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Have a beautiful day. Peace.